first time I set eyes on you, I knew there was something special about you. Every time I saw you, I would get butterflies in my stomach, and my heart felt like it skipped a beat. And after only a few months of being together, I finally figured out what made you so special to me. You were and always would be my one and only love. And that is something special. You are my rock, my friend, my one and only love today, tomorrow, and forever.
Nick, I have been with you since the young age of 16, and since then, my love for you has deepened. We have grown up together and discovered who we wanted to be together. I am honored to stand up here today and become your wife in front of all of our family and friends. On this day, I vow to always love you as much as you love me. I promise to be your best friend, just like you are mine. I promise to watch NBA games with you when LeBron James is playing, and watch SportsCenter on Saturday night because you have to catch up on all the highlights you missed during the day. But more importantly, I promise to help you make all of your dreams come true because today, on this day, you mean all mine.
I, Nicholas, take you, Cassidy,
I, Nicholas, take you, Cassidy,
to be my wife,
to be my wife.
and I promise,
Before
God and these witnesses,
before God and His witnesses,
to be your loving and faithful husband,
to be your loving and faithful husband,
in plenty and in want,
in plenty and in want,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
I, Cassidy, take you, Nicholas,
I, Cassidy, take you, Nicholas,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
and I promise,
and I promise,
before God and these witnesses,
before God and these witnesses,
to be your loving and faithful wife,
to be your loving and faithful wife,
in plenty and in want,
in plenty and in want,
in joy and in sorrow,
in joy and in sorrow,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Before God and in the presence of these witnesses, Nicholas and Cassidy have made their solemn vows to each other. They have confirmed their promises by the joining of hands and by the giving and receiving of rings. Therefore I proclaim that they are now husband and wife. Blessed be the Father and Son and Holy Spirit, now and forever. Amen. It is my privilege to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Nicholas Pasciolla.
For those of you who might not be aware, this is actually Cassie's second marriage. Her first marriage took place when she was about 3 or 4 years old to a then older man who was 8 named Brayden. When I look at Cassie today, I still see that beautiful baby girl. She will always be my beautiful baby girl. But getting back to the current Brayden, I'll never forget the day that the Pasciollas entered my life. I went to pick up Cassie at youth group camp, and I met this man with a muffin truck. And he's got a really good muffin truck. And he was a really good guy to meet. And then Cassie came out, and she had this sweatshirt on, and there was this boy. And I said, "Who's the boy?" And she said, "What boy?" "No boy, there's no boy, Mom, no boy." I said, "Okay." So then she got home, and she had all these pictures from camp. And in those pictures was again this boy. Lots of pictures of this dorky boy with his wonderful long johns out over his basketball jerseys and shorts and hats that tied around his head. And I said again, "Who is this boy?" And she said, "Oh, he's nobody. Oh, it's nothing, Mom." And then one day, Cassie said to me, "Mom, are we going to church? We have to go to church. Are we going to church this week?" Cassie usually likes to go to church. And when we went to church, there again was this boy. And that was the day that this boy got a name, Nick. That was about 7.5 years ago, a little over 7 years ago. Sorry, a little over 7 years. And in that 7 years, I have watched Cassie and Nick grow. Cassie has always had my heart. Nikki, you have my heart too. Many people say that when your child gets married, that now you're welcoming somebody new into your family. But this is just a formality for me, because the Pasciollas have been a part of my family for a very long time. And now it's just made it official. And I am so happy and so thrilled and so honored to be here to bear witness to the two of you. I love you both very, very, very much. And I wish you all the best in your future. To Cassie and Nick.
I timed it, it's 2.5 minutes, all right, I'm down. All right, first off, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I get started, I want to thank Nick and Cass for letting all of us share in this special event with them. This is really great. I want to especially again thank the parents of the newly betrothed couple. We have Tom and Debbie who are, if you know me or not, they're basically my second set of parents, and they have been forever. And we have Brian and Bridget, who I haven't known this long, but it takes 5 minutes and you see how loving and how great people they are. Next, I'd like to compliment the beautiful bride, Cassie. You're welcome. Cassie, I guess, she's got a lot of great qualities. She's loyal, she's compassionate, she's generous. She's just really the type of person that would do anything to make you happy. And that's a great counter to Nick, because he'll do anything to make you unhappy. If you're close to him, you are a miserable person. Yeah, Nick. My best friend for 16 plus years. I could really talk for hours and hours on this guy. I could ramble on. I could ramble on. Alright, I could ramble on with Cassie, having literally planned this wedding out since she was 8. That's only given me a couple minutes, and I'm really running out of time, as Tom just pointed out. Alright, thanks. Alright, Nick, when I was figuring this out, I really wanted to come up here and just roast you so bad in front of everybody that you know. I wanted to tell everybody about how the real Nicky Poo Poo, Nick One Up, Nick White Cloud, Nick Big Worm, Nick Crazy Eyes Pasciolla, who he really is. But you know what? I'll save it till later. Alright, now that I'm up here, I really want to tell everybody that Nick is the best friend I could ever ask for. I mean, we started out little boys, one plump little Italian stallion and one tall, bony, asthmatic kid playing with action figures and sporting horrendous bowl cuts. And then we were teenagers, and our friendship became an in-depth one, I guess you could say, where one minute we could be, beating up other neighborhood kids in football or basketball, whatever, and the next minute we could be talking about what we believe in, like what we think right and wrong is, what do we think about God, or most importantly, who was better looking. That was an argument frequently between the two of us. It still is me.
Who won?
They're still working it out.
Yeah, it's undecided. Alright, we even went through a time where honestly we were at risk of falling apart. But you know what? This kid, we came too far, and honestly we love each other way too much to have anything come between us. And if I was unsure before then, it was this point in time where I realized just how great Nick is, how great a friend is. No matter what he says, no matter what he does, honestly, he has all of your happiness as his #1 priority. I mean, there's nothing better I can say about this guy. I mean, I say a lot of we in this speech, but this whole thing was for Nick. Once he's in your life, things change. Nick is patient, committed, intelligent, and caring, while still maintaining a great sense of humor, and just this fierce side that can only be described as manly. Nick and Cass, I'm so proud of you both. I love you both, and you're my own blood and family. Congratulations. Raise your glasses one more time. Give it up for this great couple. Thank you all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello, I'm Mike, Vicky's brother. I just want to thank everyone for attending the wedding and sharing this day with Nick and Cass. They both mean a lot to me. A wise man once said, marriage is not about finding a person you can live with, but finding a person who the truth live without. Please join me in the toast for Nick and Cass. Here's for a lifetime of happiness and love.
Cheers.